over the years, there have been series of oil spill that occur around this axis. Efforts to try to bring in the oil company responsible to do a proper cleanup and remediation has not been fruitful. This is largely because our regulators or the regulatory agency is not as efficient as expected. Ordinarily, the law allows that when spill occur, within 24 hours it should be cleaned. And in a swamp like this, it should not last beyond 30 days or 60 days. That's what the law says. Unfortunately, it has never happened in this place. And that's because the regulators are not active, they are not efficient enough to bring the oil companies to do what is necessary. And so we continue to see this environment polluted and remain like that. Oil spills, when it occurred in an environment like this, it lasts for years, so many years. And if nothing is done, it has multiplying effect, not just on the immediate environment. For example, a swampy environment like this, where we have non-tidal water, and so the water, the rainwater will continue to wash and sweep it down up to the creeks and then spread it more. So you see that the scope of damage becomes large over time. But if it is timeously responded to, it could be arrested and the risk will be minimal.
As an individual in this community, we are affected by this oil because one, the stream, the water is no longer good for us to drink again. Two, the bamboo, palm tree, and all other things, fish trap, and even fish pond that our father have done with local one, we are not getting it again. Here was where our women used to go and fetch firewood. There was a connecting road from here to another side, very short road, but now they could not pass again. Our women are even tired of where to go and fetch firewood because of the oil spill and all other things, even the water.
Here used to be very luxuriant trees, bamboos, palm trees, or raffia trees. It's a major source of drinking water for two communities, Kedre and Bo community. Major source of water. People don't get water from here anymore, as you see in UNEP report.
Like water, a better road to this community, and then maybe clear all these things so as to avoid mosquito invasion. You could see, there's nothing I will tell you. Look around very well. This is not the human, see people's houses, see where people are living. Go to the link road here, it is only broken off. So we need basic amenity to this our human life here. We are dying. Give us drinking water. Provide at least a little. There's no school in this place, no church, nothing. So we are just neglected. We are not treated as human beings. So let us be given basic amenity that we can live with.
The fact that the story of the Niger Delta now is the story of oil costs, particularly as regards to local communities, and damage to fishes, damage to farmlands, and the entire ecosystem. And that for us signifies how dangerous this economic model is, and it also reinforces that we need to begin to seek alternatives. Gas flaring continues in the Niger Delta despite a court injunction, and more every day as we flare as a country, then we begin to heat up the climates.
Commercial oil extraction in the Niger Delta commenced in 1956 with the first commercial export in 1958. And so we'll be having decades of oil extraction and exploitation. Over this period of time, there's been massive oil spills. Within 2018 and 2019, a total of 1,300 oil spills were recorded, coming at an average of 5 oil spills a day. And as we speak, there must be an oil spill ongoing somewhere. The environmental degradation has been devastating, and the Niger Delta is now considered as one of the 10 top most polluted places on planet Earth. Nothing could be worse. Whole water bodies, the air the people breathe, the soils, going up to a depth of 7 meters in some places, contaminated with hydrocarbon elements. Oil destruction in Niger Delta has been a matter that can be considered as ecocide, which means absolute environmental degradation, and in some cases irreversibly so.
And so in 2019, activists from around the world, about 200 organizations, about 200 individuals came together, and they began to say, now we need to escalate the call to ensure that big corporations pay for their years of infraction on the environment, that because these corporations have been singled out to be responsible at the largest scale to the problem of climate change, then we begin to look at how to use the UN system to hold them accountable, to hold them liable, to be able to pay for the damages that they have caused on our people, on our communities, and on the environment. And so this movement started and has since been growing ever since to a global movement now, in all the regions of the world, almost in all countries of the world, to begin to have people action, civic actions, to draw government attention, and as well as the world bodies, to the fact that, look, we've got to use the UN system and other legal means to be able to pressure oil corporations to pay for their damages.
With regard to the global campaign about holding polluters accountable, I believe this should have happened yesterday. We don't have any time to waste. We are tired of transnational corporations writing the rules of the game, rules of the business, making some kind of perfunctory, voluntary commitments concerning human rights and concerning pollution. It's now time for them to be held accountable for environmental degradation. And not just in terms of reparation, in terms of finances, they have to be held accountable and required to restore the environment to the state where we could say things are back to normal. Normal being the state of nature as nature gifted us.